What's going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. Salute to everybody that is tuning in. Make sure y'all like this video and share it. Also, check out some of my other commentary on Deshaun Watson in the description box below. But we're going to talk about him once again in a situation to me that is getting absolutely ridiculous. As I have said before, Deshaun Watson was cleared. He was cleared in two different courts. Two different proceedings. Was cleared in both of them. It's because the jury was able to listen to what happened, and they determined that Deshaun Watson did not do anything egregious to these women. Now, did some weird behavior occur? Maybe some requests. That could be very much so the case. Maybe he had some weird things asked, had some weird requests from them, right? And all they have to do is say yes or no. The fact that it has gotten to this point just shows that there's a black man who is making a lot of money, who's young and successful. He's not tied down to a marriage or, family. And we're going to get into why they are coming after Deshaun Watson as hard as they are. But I want to speak on this newest female that has joined the lawsuit brigade. Her name, I believe, is Nia, who goes by the Instagram name Big Daddy Nia. That's her name on Instagram, Big Daddy Nia. So Big Daddy, this isn't the first time we have heard of her. She actually was on Tasha K's show. She went on Tasha K to speak on the weird request that was made by Deshaun Watson to her, right? And this was back, I believe, last year, because there was an article here about, and this was in August of last year, about a massage therapist, Nia Reese Lewis Smith, who detailed, allegations against Deshaun Watson and the requests that he had made. So this was last year when he was still going through his criminal situation. I don't know if she factored into those cases. We're going to get into that. But now she has joined the lawsuit. She's trying to get hers. Okay. Now, Deshaun Watson's attorney has fired back. Now, Rusty Hardin is very good at what he does. And that's why Deshaun Watson was cleared not once but twice. So let's get into this SI article. It says the plaintiff, Nia Smith, allegedly had 3 different encounters with Watson in 2020 on June 7th, August 24th, and in late August or early September. The filing detailed how the quarterback's behavior grew worse during every massage. Similar to several of the other civil lawsuits, the plaintiff was contacted via Instagram, according to the lawsuit, and she had not previously worked with any Texans players. During the first massage on June 7th, the quarterback kept demanding plaintiff go inside of his backside, according to the lawsuit. It escalated to Watson grabbing Smith's buttocks and repeatedly asking the plaintiff if she wanted his member in her mouth. During the second session, per the petition, during the third, he repeatedly requested that the plaintiff have relations with him, telling her that there was a condom in his bag, according to the petition. But wait a minute, if this guy is having weird, gross behavior, why do you see him 3 times? You should have gotten a bad feeling the first time. And again, I'm not absolving Deshaun Watson of any responsibility in this. I do think that this guy may have a fetish for massage therapists. But again, he was cleared not once but twice in court of any behaviors of assault. He was cleared. I go off what the court say, what the jury looked into. So it's clear that he's making requests of these women, and they have the right to say yes or no. But she saw this guy 3 times. 3 times. 3 times she saw this guy. He's making weird requests. He's grabbing her assets, but you still going to see this guy, man. In Hardin's statement released Tuesday, he said Watson continues to deny all the allegations against him, including the new allegations from Smith. Deshaun Watson vehemently denies the allegations, just as he has since she first discussed them with members of our firm in March of last year. Hardin said she repeated the allegations on social media in August, and he denied them then. Only thing new about her contentions is the embellishment, making them more extreme than prior versions. Deshaun's denial remains the same. Yeah, that is crazy. Like, you telling me that this guy wants you to put your hand in his backside, and then you're saying that he's grabbing your backside, and then you're saying he has a condom in his bag. Let's get into it. It's like it's getting worse, but you keep going back to this guy. Like, at some point, you got to know, Nia, that this guy may not be the best person to be going to see. Maybe you should not go, because you're like, this guy is weird. I have bad vibes. Why didn't you get bad vibes? Is it because he's an NFL player? If a guy is being weird, why are you going to see him? And again, this was brought in front of a jury twice, and it was basically they sided with him. So obviously they felt like he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't assault these women. And they really don't have a way of proving that he is responsible for doing anything to them. A lot of these women had traumatic backgrounds. They've dealt with trauma, and instead of them dealing with that trauma, what they will do is they will put that trauma off on somebody else. And I'm not saying that's what Nia's doing, but I think a lot of these women in this lawsuit, a lot of them are doing that. They're putting off trauma onto other people instead of addressing the issue that they have. Additionally, Hardin said that 2 lawyers from his firm, Letitia and Rachel, denied any coercion or intimidation with Smith, as the plaintiff described, according to the original petition filed, which can be seen on the Harris County District Clerk's website. Smith was one of the first women Watson's legal team reached out to when the news broke. The lawsuit describes that in an effort to intimidate her, one of Watson's lawyers said to the plaintiff that they were going to fight the cases to the fullest extent. She also insisted that us black women must stick together. But Hardin says that this claim is absurd and that his team would not have said that to Smith. Yeah, Rusty Hardin is a very competent lawyer, and he doesn't need to stoop to Tony Busby levels of lawyerism, okay? So, again, I'm not going to just take this woman's word just because she's a woman. I think that, as we've seen with Johnny Depp, who's getting a lot of, he's getting a lot of support. But I'm pretty sure he would even tell you that he did engage with Amber Heard in petty arguments and back and forths. But he's getting a lot of support on social media. You know why? Because we cannot believe all women. I don't care if it's 40 lawsuits. It doesn't mean that all 40 women are telling the truth. And the fact that the media keeps parading this out here because they're like, ooh, see, there's another one. But this woman has been talking about Deshaun since since 2021. She's been talking about Deshaun Watson. This isn't anything new. She's been talking about Deshaun. She went on Tasha K's show and talked about him. Hardin ended his statement with an assumption that Smith has a vendetta against Watson after jealously and angrily publishing the quarterback's personal data on social media. He also called out the plaintiff's attorney, Tony Buzbee, by saying this new lawsuit is just for publicity. The NFL's continuing to investigate Watson to determine whether or not he will be suspended or punished further for the 2022 season. In filing her lawsuit now, she was obviously not influenced by recent developments. Hardin said, "We are not surprised Mr. Buzbee was willing to say just about anything to get more publicity. He knows the NFL continues to investigate these cases, and this is a transparent attempt to further punish the man he sees as a potential payday." Two plaintiffs, Ashley and Kyla, gave their first national TV interviews with HBO Real Sports' Bryant Gumbel, which aired last Tuesday. According to the documents, the segment on the quarterback changed the plaintiff's mind about filing a lawsuit, including Watson's comment about having no regrets. You wanted to go and sue this guy. All these women have wanted to sue this guy, but Tony Buzbee was trying to make it into some crusade. Tony Buzbee, the ambulance chasing lawyer, wanted to make it into a crusade. And when that failed, just like most of these lawsuits are going to fail, those women are going to be left out to dry by this guy. Would not be. It reminds me of when what her name is, Stormy Daniels, right? Y'all remember when Stormy Daniels went after Trump, her and her lawyer, and then years later the lawyer ends up going away to prison? You know, he's out here trying to fight a crusade against Trump, but here he is being sent away for being a fraud. Would not be surprised that happens with Tony Buzbee. Would not be surprised at all. The Browns quarterback is facing 22 other active civil lawsuits filed by massage therapists, each detailing graphic accounts of harassment and assault that occurred during massage therapy sessions. The account ranged from Watson allegedly refusing to cover his private areas, touching a plaintiff with his member, and trying to force her to perform on him. Although the lawsuits are still ongoing, Cleveland traded for Watson in March and signed a 5-year contract worth $230 million. Man, that was greatness right there, man. During his introductory press conference with the Browns, Watson denied the allegations. Watson previously faced multiple criminal complaints. However, he is not facing charges following 2 separate grand jury hearings, and I think we need to take that into consideration. The courts have spoken. The court sided with him, not them, because those women are not truthful. Those women are looking to get a bag. All right? They have an ambulance chasing lawyer who I think did this, you know, for reasons that I'm not going to say here because, you know, I don't want people saying I'm, you know, but y'all can put 2 and 2 together as to the origins of this. Y'all can put 2 and 2 together about the origins. How do all these women find this guy who just so happened to be a neighbor of the team, the Houston Texans team owner? The Harris County prosecutor said that the decision concluded criminal proceedings against him in that county, and Watson was traded shortly afterward. A grand jury in another county declined to charge Watson on the 10th count on March 24th because he's not guilty. All right, so it's going to be very difficult for those women to get any money. The best thing that these women can do, okay, is contact Deshaun Watson's lawyer and say, listen, let's come to a settlement. Let's settle this out of court and let's move on. The fact that this is dragging out just shows me that they really want to destroy this guy's name, reputation. They thought they destroyed his career and they didn't. That's why this is continuing. But Rusty Hardin is one of the best lawyers out here. And Rusty Hardin may end up getting those lawsuits thrown out because all they have to do is show, listen, 2 grand juries said that he's not guilty. So why are these women entitled to any money from him? How are they entitled to any money from him? And the courts have said, we don't think that he's guilty. The best they know is women can do is get new lawyers and seek to end this. This dragging on does nothing for them. Absolutely nothing. Because Deshaun Watson is going to go on with his life, whether they like it or not. He's not going to jail. So what is the point of dragging this out? Is it because they want more money? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they all want $1 million, $2, $3 million each. They're not getting that, but they need to contact Rusty Hardin and get something before he ends up taking them to court and getting all those lawsuits thrown out. So let me know in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'll see y'all next one.